The greatest thing you're worried about today is either a white coat or a suit. These are your terrorists of today on the general public. Why do you think even a lot of these doctors might be giving a talk from their own home and they've got a white coat on? Do they walk about their homes with white coats? No, it's just to impress you. Because you're trained to see that white coat and believe it more appropriately. So they must, well, yeah, they've got that white coat. That's the priest coat. This is the new priesthood, the white coats, you see. And that's what they are, a priest class, with their belief systems. I prefer the other religions, you see, because they give you commandments and things and this and that. The priestly class of white coats, especially medicine, and even the studies that they've done, all kinds of it. Well, it may do this and it may do that, and it might, and lots of maybes and might. Very scientific. So it's better to have white coats on, because then you don't question it. Well, look at that, you know. And it's almost like the stole that the priests would have around their necks as well, to have their garments for ceremonial reasons. And then they'd have the purple one around their neck. But the doctors, some of them just keep their stethoscopes around there, you see. So the white coat on and the stethoscope. These are religious uniforms you're looking at. And you're trained that as soon as you see them, your mind alters. Irrespective of what they're actually saying, your mind alters until you listen to them and obey them. You know? It's quite a simple trick, but it works wonders. Getting back to what I'm saying, you're trained from birth in all these things, and you're persuaded to go along with a system where nothing that you hear on television, pretty well nothing actually, isn't rehearsed and scripted and produced and put across as spontaneous to you. And it's been that way for most of your life. That's how it really is. I remember Kissinger was presented as the high priest of the Nixon era and other eras. We'd never talk about the president. They'd always have the guy who spoke on behalf of the president. He's a dark character. I mean, there's something around him. Children could see it. It's almost a negative spirituality or something like that. The darkness in that presence of the character. Someone who could plan wars very dispassionately and talk about starving people, using the lack of food or withholding food to starve people in different countries, like Bangladesh. And he did. You're talking about people in charge of the military-industrial complex, at least working for them at a very high level. And got all these different seats on different boards within US government policy for the military. By that time too, you had communism on the go. The communism, though, it was never really about outside America. That was to again change society within America. Inside America, the communists were already working inside America and in government too, just like they were in Canada. Just like Carroll Quigley talked about them. And Quigley said the organization that he belonged to, that had been running the US and the West for 60 to 80 years already, his club. This is not conspiracy theory, unless he was making a conspiracy. He was talking about it himself in his own book, in his own talks, that this organization had picked presidents and prime ministers in the West for the last 60 to 80 years. Now, the book came out in the 1960s.